Hi everyone and welcome to my post. I want to share this wonderful recipe that I have invented. In fact, I didn't actually invent it, I've just fiddled around with it. My engineer has really cold feet and he gets chilblains and I'm on a hunt to try and solve them. This is a recipe that I've come up with. As I said, I've added a bit of this and a bit of that to get it sorted out. But pretty much into here, what I've done is I've put 300 mils of grapeseed oil, or you could use a cheap grade olive oil, but I prefer the grapeseed oil because it's easily absorbed into the skin. And then into there I've put 4 tablespoons of cayenne pepper, 2 tablespoons of ground mustard, 1 tablespoon of ground ginger, and 2 teaspoons of ground black pepper. And then all I've done is I've put it into a pot here and I've simmered that for about an hour so that those lovely spices are all dragged and drained and have moulded in with the oil. Right, from there, the next thing to do is, because this is in 2 parts, because there's something else you can do with this, which is even better if you've got aches and pains and little arthritic-y painy things. Right, from here, what I've done here is I've got a jar and a deep funnel, and I've just put a coffee filter over that, and then I'm just going to drain, put that through there, and it goes very, very slowly, but as it drips through. But I don't want all of the little crunchy, unchy bits that are left in the bottom of my jar there. So just by draining that through, you're going to get this beautiful oil that's infused with all of those medicinal properties that you can find in the oil. Now, while this is just draining, I need you to know that I'm not a doctor, and this is just a solution that I've found that works at this house. Do check with your doctor if you've got little issues. But what my engineer's been doing with his feet is, well, actually I've been doing it. I've just been rubbing this into the soles of his feet at night, and then he puts a pair of socks on and then he goes off to bed, and so far so good. We have got a solution. What I did notice when I was rubbing his feet is when my hands get really sore, especially at this time of the year in the winter, I'm not going to use the A word as in arthritis, but perhaps I have, and I know that I've got arthritis in my knees. That's years of ballet and rough and tumble work. But what I would notice when I was rubbing it on my hands is it was really warming to my joints that were all stiff and a bit sore. It didn't take the inflammation, well, yeah, it did sort of take the inflammation out, but it felt really, really lovely. So anyway, that there just needs to drain through, and it does take a wee while, and it is worthwhile doing it at this stage nice and slowly, because you'll be left with all the spicy residue, which means that when we go on to part 2 to make what I think is a wonderful alternative to the chemicals that could possibly be in the arthritis pills, this lotion that we're going to make is really lovely. So I'm just going to let that just drain through, and I'll be back in a minute and I'll melt my wax and I'll show you how to make the arthritis cream, which I really do like it. So I'll be back in a minute. Hi everyone and welcome back. Part 2 is to make this wonderful chili mustard oil rub with beeswax in it. This is absolutely delicious, and as I was saying before, it wasn't until I was rubbing it onto the engineer's feet that I discovered how nice it was for my joints. So I use it at the back of my knees, and honestly, it's starting to make a difference. Really cost effective. It's not really going to cause me much harm, but as I said, do a patch check just in case. Right, into here I have got 5 teaspoons of melted beeswax, and then into that I'm going to add 1/4 teaspoon of rosemary. Put that into there because that's beautiful for healing. 1/4 teaspoon of rosemary and 1/4 teaspoon of peppermint. Put that into there, like so. I just love the healing properties of peppermint. It's really warming, and the smell in here is just delicious. That needs to just cool down just a few minutes too before you put your essential oils into it. And then with the chili mustard oil, which I've also warmed, otherwise this will get hard, just pour 1/4 cup of that into your melted beeswax, And I'm learning to put the lids onto things as I go, otherwise I'm going to get a terrible mess. And look at that, how that's just all starting to just slowly drip through there. And it's fantastic because I don't have any of those little granular bits down there, which is what I definitely do not want. Now give that a stir. Oh, it smells delicious. And let me just tell you, after a day in the garden or a night at ballet, this is fabulous. Right, that just gets poured into there, and it's perfect amount for my little tin. Put that onto there, and then just leave that until it sets, and you are then ready to go. But isn't that just a beautiful colour? Perfect solution to arthritis and little aches and pains that you might have. So give that a go. If you really like it, drop me a line, or if you've got recipes that you've got that you might like to share with us here at Astar's Place, I would be thrilled to receive them. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you another day.